What is up, Frag fam? Corbin here again from Northwest Scent. So today we're going to be doing some live first impressions yet again. Now in this case, because we are basically into summer, we're creeping up on it. It is very hot in most places. I decided to go over some warm weather fragrances based on the notes and then the descriptions from other people. Stuff that, of course, like I said, I have not smelled, but is supposed to be tailored for the warm weather. I thought that would be pretty fitting for the season. So if you guys want to see these first impressions on these warm weather fragrances, please stick around. But first, let's roll that intro. Alright guys, welcome back from the intro, and like I said, we're going to be doing some first impressions on some warm weather fragrances. More specifically, we're going to be trying 4 fragrances here for today's video. Now, this time around, I didn't pick up full bottles. I actually went ahead and got some decants, so I'm trying before I'm buying, which is definitely the smarter way to shop for fragrances. If you buy a full bottle and you end up not liking it, you either have to suck it up and hold on to it, or you have to resell it, which takes time, and then usually you end up losing some money in the process as well. So like I said, these are decants, and actually these decants were sent to me for review by DecantX, who is also today's video sponsor. So if you guys are unaware of DecantX, they're an amazing decanting service. They have a very nice layout on their website, and they have very competitive prices as well. I've looked through many of the different fragrances that they offer, and they're pretty competitive even with the Facebook decanters, which is usually one of the more affordable ways to pick up decants. They also have niche and designer fragrances as well as discontinued fragrances if you want to try those as well. And they have many sizes you can pick up, all the way up to about 10 mils, and they even have some 10 milliliter premium atomizers just like this one as well, which one of the fragrances we're going to be trying here today is in this atomizer. And here's one of their standard 5 milliliter decants, which, as you guys can see, they do have nice labels, and they get wrapped up with plumber's tape just to make it a little bit more secure so you don't get any leakage. And all, they're very nice presentations for decants, and definitely my recommended way to try fragrances. So if you guys are interested, check out DecantX and maybe pick up some fragrances to try. Use my code NWS17. That'll save you guys 17% at checkout with no commission to me. That's just to save you guys some money. So again, thank you DecantX for sponsoring this video and sending me these fragrances. Okay guys, so we're gonna hop in and try the first fragrance, and we're gonna be starting with the one that I teased you guys there a minute ago. This is Che Bond from Bond number 9, which this is one that I really have wanted to try for a while. It's apparently supposed to smell similar to Green Irish Tweed from Creed, which I have owned, and I'm very familiar with that fragrance. But a lot of people say they actually prefer this to Green Irish Tweed, so I'm really curious to see what it's like. We're gonna be doing tester strips here today. I don't wanna try and cover myself in too many fragrances. So here we go, let's give this a shot. Okay, yeah, I can definitely see the similarity to Green Irish Tweed. Wow, this is very, very green. You would expect that. It's very fresh. There's something a little bit different. I want to say brighter with this. This is definitely seeming to be like a lighter fragrance. I don't know if they packed in a little bit more citruses in here or something like that. This definitely seems better for like the high heat compared to Green Irish Tweed, which, you know, that is like the king of spring, people say. It is a little bit dense, maybe not the best for the extreme high heat. I would feel comfortable wearing this fragrance in any kind of scenario, in particular in the high heat. So yeah, very green, kind of dewy smelling, kind of has this like aquatic feel, but very light. There's definitely some citruses in here. I'm kind of getting like a floral tinge to this one as well, which you don't get a ton of florals in Green Irish Tweed. That one definitely focuses more on like the lemon verbena and then the other green notes and stuff. This is, yeah, this is bright green, citrusy, maybe with a little bit of this kind of floral powderiness. Really pleasant. I cannot say if I would prefer this to Green Irish Tweed at the moment. It is definitely different. I would probably have to wear it a little bit more and maybe even pick up Green Irish Tweed again just to do a side-by-side comparison, but this really does smell fantastic. Okay, so the next fragrance we're going to be trying, which is right here. This is that premium lipstick atomizer I showed you guys earlier. This is Jean Paul Gaultier Le Beau, which I think that came out in 2019. It's supposed to be like a beachy kind of fragrance in a way. I don't know how similar it is to the original, but looking at the notes in the past, it really has intrigued me, and I've heard good things about it. So I'm definitely excited to try this one. Got a clean tester strip right here. So let's do a spray. Here we go. Okay, wow, this is actually a lot different than I was expecting. Okay, you know, it is actually settling down a little bit. Just that initial blast, it wasn't really like super coconutty. There's definitely like an apparent creaminess from that get-go, but it wasn't something that would immediately just strike me as a coconut note, but I'm definitely getting that now. There is a brightness as well. There must be some kind of citrus in here. I would imagine if they're making like a warm weather like flanker for the line, they would definitely be putting some citruses in there. That would make the most sense. And it's pretty sweet as well. There has to be some kind of maybe vanilla or something, or some kind of resin. It's sweet and powdery, very, very creamy and bright at the same time. This just seems like a really kind of fun fragrance, something that you could wear on like a beach vacation. If you just want to smell just really casual but playful at the same time, this seems excellent for that. Not overly complex, but it does smell really nice. And I can say that, you know, this does smell good enough. Maybe I will pick up a full bottle eventually. But yeah, Jean Paul Gaultier Le Beau. It smells really nice, nothing overly complex, but I could definitely see that being a great summer fragrance. Okay, so we're on to the third fragrance, and for the fragrances in this video, this is definitely the one that I'm the most excited to try. So let's get this in focus right here. This is coming from Amouage. This is Sunshine Man. So we're not gonna hesitate here. We're gonna dive straight in here and test it out. So let's do a couple of sprays. Here we go. Okay, wow, this is a lot different than I was expecting, honestly. So the first thing I can say is there's actually a very prominent booziness to it. And it's not like overly bitter or like alcoholic. It's not super harsh. There is a little bit of a sharpness to it, but it's definitely kind of sweet as well. There's a little bit of this aromaticness, or aromatic touch, aromaticness. I made up a new word. And it's maybe just like a little bit powdery, but it's very dense. This is honestly a lot denser than I was expecting. Just smelling it right now, this is not something that would strike me as super high heat, like warm weather. So I don't know if Sunshine Man is the most fitting name for this fragrance, but it does smell really nice. Yeah, it's kind of aromatic. There's this booziness to it, which is quite sweet. There's also some sweetness somewhere else that to me would strike me almost as like vanilla. It's a little bit creamy. There's a very prominent orange note here as well. And this is definitely like a sweet, juicy orange. It's not super tart or anything like that. This honestly kind of smells like an orange creamsicle, kind of like glazed in some kind of sweet kind of booziness in a way. And like I said, there's a little bit of this aromatic touch at the same time. Honestly, a lot different than I was expecting, I'm not gonna lie, but I really do like it a lot still. This definitely strikes me more as like maybe a spring fragrance or maybe like a vacation fragrance. Like I said, you know, it's sweet, it's boozy, there is kind of a playfulness to it as well. And for an Amouage, this is not striking me as like super sophisticated, dressed up wear. This definitely seems more of like a casual fragrance, but it does smell very high quality, just like all Amouages. It smells fantastic though. I'm definitely interested in picking up a bottle of this just based on these impressions. Okay, so we're on to the last fragrance, and this is coming from the house of Aqua de Parma. This is Colonia Essenza. So I have Colonia Assoluta. I have tried the original Colonia. This is one I have not been able to try yet. This is definitely, I would say, probably one of the more popular ones. You see this get a decent amount of talk, and that's exactly why I wanted to check it out. So we're gonna jump in here and do our last fragrance for our first impression. Okay, interesting. I can definitely see the similarity to the original Colonia, but also the one that I own, which is Colonia Assoluta. Colonia Assoluta to me is a little bit more playful and sweet. There's definitely like a younger, more youthful vibe to it. This definitely seems to be like up an age bracket a little bit more sophisticated, but not as like old school smelling as the original Colonia. That one does smell very dated, but I still really enjoy that one at the same time. I'm getting a very, very prominent white floral here. It's probably neroli or orange blossom or something like that. Very fresh, but very floral at the same time. This is the style of floral that I like though. I'm getting a ton of this juicy zestiness. There's probably a ton of citruses they're using in here as well. This is just kind of sparkling. It almost feels like it's dancing off the tester strip into my nose. There's probably some kind of musk they're using in here as well, just to kind of bind everything together, give you a nice kind of bed for things to play off of. I think I like this more than the original Colonia. If I prefer this to Assoluta, I can't really say that necessarily. It does smell really nice, and it actually does smell a lot more different than I was expecting. So awesome fragrance. I can tell you right now, yes, this is gonna be perfect for the high heat. All the notes in here are designed for that, you know, white florals, citruses, clean musks and stuff like that. That's everything that I'm smelling here, and it is fantastic. Well, there you guys go. That was my first impressions on 4 awesome warm weather fragrances. Again, DecantX, thank you. And again, be sure to check them out, guys, down below if you want to try any new fragrances. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, or if you found it helpful or useful, I would really appreciate dropping a like just to show your support, and then that way more people can see my videos on YouTube. Additionally, if you want to write a comment, maybe just letting me know your thoughts, as well as some new video ideas or topics, that would be great too. And since you're down there doing all that stuff, if you have not already, if you could hit the subscribe button and then the bell notification, that would be amazing. That way you stay up to date on new videos whenever they get released going forward. But with all that out of the way, that's all I really have for you guys today. So I hope you have a good one. Stay healthy, stay wealthy, and smell great.